It's the music podcast series, MPS. I'm your host, DJ LED, and we got Chucky here hanging out with us here, overlooking Market Street, beautiful downtown Indianapolis, Circle City, right down the street from the monument. It's raining, and you know, I just watched that movie Green Book, you know, the one that won the Academy Award, Best Actor.
I've heard of it, but I had not watched it myself.
Yeah, I didn't really want to watch it at first. When I first heard about the concept, it seemed to me like there was all this controversy about race, right? Simple portrayal of a complex topic. But when I watched the movie with my girl this past weekend, I had to laugh because this is not a movie really about race. Everybody is focusing on that because that's the obvious thing.
The cover of the story, or the cover of the...
Right.
And the characters. And
it's based on a true story. Don Shirley was a jazz pianist and classical composer, and he happened to be black in the early 60s, actually. I think it was 1962, pre-Kennedy assassination, touring through the South. So, of course, there's a lot of talk about their relationship, which was based on a true life relationship between a chauffeur slash bodyguard and this pianist who played some great music. But I took away from it, it's a movie about being on the road and being a musician and managing talent, which I've had a little bit of experience with all those things. The road manager aspect in particular, it's tough, man, driving from city to city. Some of them you don't know, you've never seen before. You and I, Chucky, when we were playing in the band together, we went to Nashville, and that was an experience unto itself.
Most definitely.
What are your recollections from that trip? What is it that sticks out in your mind when we went to Nashville to play?
I really enjoyed exploring the city and seeing the musical culture as much how much support the local community had for it. I mean, we went to a lot of like restaurants and pubs and stuff that kind of always had something going on.
Yeah.
And the restaurant itself had a lot of like pictures and autographs from other famous musicians from history that have all passed through there.
Yeah.
Kind of left their mark. I thought that was pretty historical and pretty interesting.
Yeah, there is a lot of history there, man. When you go to these musical cities, places like Austin, Texas, for example, where there's a lot of live music there. I haven't been to New Orleans yet, but that's another musical city. Chicago I've been to, New York, California, all the epicenters of music, and you see those parts of town, like Nashville in particular, because it's so associated with country music. But man, we saw Vince Neil out there, didn't we?
Yeah.
Wasn't he like stumbling out of like a limo, or he had like some chicks with him?
Yeah, there was definitely a sort of melting pot of culture in Nashville. It wasn't just like the stereotypical country or maybe even like blues.
Jack White, he's got his Third Man Records down there in Nashville. So I wouldn't mind retiring down there. But then again, I've only been to like the Broadway Strip. I don't know really the rest of Nashville.
See,
right?
I assume the opposite because it's such a lively place. How could you retire down there? You know, I feel like you would get thrown into the mix, and before you know it, you'd be picking up your bass again and playing even some, you know, random gigs here and there.
So many people, I feel like in Nashville proper, they probably work in the music industry, just like in LA. No matter what you're trying to do in LA, everything revolves around Hollywood. No matter what you're doing. So if you're a mechanic, you're a Hollywood mechanic. You're going to have at least one or two celebrities, you know, in your time coming through to get their car fixed, if you're any decent mechanic.
Sure.
If you're a baseball player, and even if you're a famous baseball player, all they care about is which Hollywood starlet you got on your arm. If you're a musician, most of the musicians out there are either actors, moonlighting as musicians, or they're, you know, wanting to be, you know, they're maybe they got a side hustle as an actor or something like that. It's just crazy. And like Nashville, it seems to me like everything's centered around that. Indianapolis doesn't have that yet. I think it could have that, but what would be the focus? What would be what puts Naptown on the map? Like, what do you think? What's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, you can look through there, man.
Yeah.
We got the cameras up.
Oh, hey, what's going on, guys? You put me on air online.
We're just rocking the podcast, man. It's like, it's kind of live, but it's not, you know, it's going to get put online at some point. Yeah.
Where's this going?
Huh?
Where's this going?
Online. Not yet. That's why we're trying to do this right now.
This is fairly new. We're trying to generate.
Can you bust a rhyme right now?
Yeah, sure, take this out.
All right, hold on for 1 second.
Okay.
Still right here.
I'm on Facebook and Twitter right now.
Okay.
I lost my Twitter phone, so I gotta get connected on Twitter. What's going on, man? Oh God, oh God. Yeah, I'm good, guys.
All right, so put on those headphones and,
Oh, yeah,
and talk into the mic.
Okay.
MPS Music Podcast Series. This is DJ LED. Got my man Chuckie here, and we're doing the podcast here overlooking Market Street, downtown Indianapolis, Circle City, down near the Monument Circle. And we got somebody straight up off the street.
Yo, what's up? It's 9.
Nah, how's it going, man?
Oh, I'm doing great. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you.
We literally got a brother off the street who was listening to the podcast. Chuckie and I were just talking about Green Book, that movie, but he wants to showcase his skills. 9 wants to showcase his skills. Or maybe you got a beat on your phone.
I was looking up
That's what he's looking for, right?
Oh,
Okay, so we're gonna have you just
Yeah,
off the
sure.
dome, bro.
Yeah,
Just
let's
drop
let's
something.
Do it. Rock on. Hey, yeah.
What kind of stuff do you listen to while you're looking for that beat?
I listen to rock. I like rap. I do like pop.
But like, I mean, artists, particular artists.
Lil Boosie, Lil Webby, some T.I., some Gucci.
What about Future?
Future, yeah.
I was watching SNL the other night. You ever heard of the Baby?
The Baby, yeah.
You heard of him? I never heard of him before. He was on SNL. Oh,
Yeah.
Chuckie, give him a thumbs up too.
He
Really?
killed it.
All
Oh
right.
my god, dude. I downloaded all this stuff last night.
What it is, what's up, Naptown 317, holla back, I see y'all when I make it, come through with check. I'm so sick, my flow sick, man, I'm so big, huh? Everybody know me. I do my dance move, get the streets high, what you wanna do, dog? And you feel it, make them girls proud. Huh? You gotta record me, man, I'm too gone, I'm in the zone. Man, everybody with camera phones is snapping at me. Snap, pick, I'm so sick, flow sick, whole sick. And I come through, I'm badass, so clean, you know me since an OG, man. And my pockets is so deep, high, would you wanna get the pussy loose, high? And all that oosy, like oosy, they come through, dog. I'm soaking in the jacuzzi, hot. And I'm wavy, and I'm ready, in the Chevy, I be like suburban trucks, and my people burning up, we turning what? When that gasoline, dog, tell me what's happening. When it come through in the studio, I'm getting there real, put an APL in her,
Was that a freestyle, number one?
Yeah, that's all freestyle.
That was right off the
That's
top,
right
off the dome. Do you have anything written? Like, do you have rhymes written down?
I write, yes, I'm a songwriter. Yes,
right.
so I got the full package. I got 4 albums that I'm working on right now. I do a little bit of Taylor Swift too.
Like, are you from Indiana? You from another city?
I'm originally, yes, from Indianapolis, born and raised. I grew up in a tough household family. My mother was abused as a child. You know, me and my older sister and 2 brothers witnessed it all, take place. So I grew up mostly in shelters, shelter to shelter, and it was pretty rough, and I'm kind of still in the same situation, being homeless, with no finances right now, no housing additions or whatsoever. So I'm promoting myself, dancing around town, dancing around the city, trying to make $1, trying to make it happen, trying to get up.
Have you thought about expanding onto other platforms online? Try to put yourself out there? Because
yeah, sure. That's what I'm looking for right now. Is a group of guys, who will invest in me right now. I believe to be one of the hottest rappers, hottest artists out right now. I got a lot of people trying to fade me. I'm upcoming. I'm blowing past. I'm a bomb. They got to move out my way, or I'm knocking them over.
it's easy to self-promote these days with given all the platforms like TikTok or
Facebook, Instagram,
yeah, whatever,
Snapchat.
So you can become essentially your own one-man team or promotion. With ease compared to how much you would get in return if you were to pay people to promote your stuff.
Do you have a demo, or are you trying to make a demo?
I'm trying to make a demo right now. Yeah, I'm sure. I would be very cooperative if a studio was granted to me some kind of way by a record company or record with record producers and their CEOs and the management, you know.
I'm more concerned really right now about your living situation. Well, how come you're homeless, man? Like what's the deal?
You know, I just refuse to work. You know, we here in school, you know, follow the leader, don't follow the leader. But honestly, you know, I got to put it out there. We're following behind the leader, working for the government, and that follows what stand. That's the president, you know what I'm saying? His people. So we're following the leader, and I refuse not to. So I'm in a tough situation right now.
Is it that there's work that you won't do on principle, or it's hard to find work, or you just feel that certain work is beneath you, or you know, because I mean, making music is work too. It's the
that's work too. But it feels like I'm being held back. You know, it's like people don't appreciate my great work. I'm trying to be a positive influence on the world. You know, I'm a hot star. You know, at least I'm trying to be. I'm trying to shine. I mean, but I'm being held back. I'm being leeches thrown at me and sucking the blood out of me and tearing me up.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's hard to get on your own 2 feet, you know.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna say it like this. Once I make it, I'm topping billions of dollars. So I want to provide for the whole United States of America, what color you are.
I'll tell you what, man. Like, I can't do nothing for you today, but if you came back next week when we do this podcast again and have some written raps, I got beats galore at home.
Okay, yeah.
I got nothing but beats. Like today, I was actually listening to a CD of old beats. I'm like, man, what am I do with all these beats, man? Like, you know, if you come in here with some written raps, we play these beats and just record that and give you a CD to go out there. Yeah, then you're armed with something. It ain't you know ain't the best, but I mean, at least you could go to someone and you can go and get some copies made somewhere. You know,
put two things together, you got a sandwich, man. People gotta eat.
Right. You know, and most of them are just samples I can't clear anyway. That's the reason why I ain't done nothing with the beats, because
I'll make you rich, man.
You can just go, and then it's on you after that. You shop that after that, you know, and do what you can. I would be more concerned, like in the next week, with 2 things. One, trying to find a decent place to stay so that you can create, and number 2, you know, write some rhymes.
And then that's all I had, man. I come from jail time, hard times, man, being with no finance stability, you know.
How long has it been like that for you?
About 8 years. 8 years. I was supported by my mother, but she's remarried now. She has her own.
How old did you say you were?
I'm 31 now, and I'm looking for a great future of my own now. You know, it's time my own anyway for mom to put me out and me become a full age man and take care of my own responsibility. So yeah, I understand, mom. You know, but it is tough out here on my own, and I'm just looking for anything.
You can always go back to your mom, though, right?
Yeah, probably. It's strange. This is a situation.
You know, it's none of my business, but you know, at this point, you know, it's only going to get colder out here.
Oh yeah.
You know, you might want to just think about maybe making peace with moms, but at the same time, you know, come back here and get that demo.
Yeah,
because if you get that demo, then you go back to your mom's. Then you can do what Chuckie's talking about. Get online. You know, and then do whatever you can to help your mom out so that she, you know, you don't have it out with her again. You end up on the streets. But then you've got something in your hand at least. Something came out of it. It's not going to be the best demo, bro. I mean, this is a cool studio. Baby steps. It's not. But it will be raw. And if your talent's on it, if your heart is in it, then people will recognize it. You know, and it doesn't even have to be that professional. People just have to see the germ of an idea. A lot of times people just want to sign somebody because it's good business.
Ambitious, driven, and ideas. I mean, that's where everything starts with an idea. And it's about the effort that you put behind that idea that projects it into the mainstream. And I think the first step to that is even securing a smartphone. And I mean, if you can even get $30, $40, I'm pretty sure places like little supermarkets or whatever will sell those.
Oh yeah, prepaid phones.
Prepaid phones.
Yeah, the burner phones.
Immediately, if you just get something like that where you can film yourself or you know, publish lyrics or anything to create a presence online. That's gonna get you in the game.
Yeah, because you know it's really, you know, what good is your talent if you're dead? You know, because tomorrow's gonna be 22 degrees, and it's gonna be like that for a while. And then of course we're not even in January yet, And you know, you've been out here 8 years, you know that it's tough. You know, you want to be indoors. So, you know, maybe anything you got to add, Chuckie? What you got to add about this?
I think it's great to be able to share a platform to help someone pursue their dreams.
Yeah.
That's really all that I have to say.
Yeah.
I think, like I said, the important part is casting yourself out there, letting people know that you exist, but also secure yourself in a way that's so you can exist and thrive and be able to create, you know, so that you're not distracted by, you know, am I going to eat today, or am I going to find shelter, or things like that. Secure those things, and then your artistry will also take off.
All right, and on that note, we're gonna wrap this baby up because we've already, we're pretty much close to the limit there.
All right, you just hollered at your boy 9, people. Have a good night. I see you. Yeah, man, I'll come through.
I wrote it on.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I'll come through and lace the demo down so we can blow up and get famous and get billions of dollars. All right, that's what I'm looking to see. What was your name, man?
Chuckie.
Chuckie. All right, nice to meet you.
Likewise, man. All right, take care of yourself out there, man.
Yeah. All right, you guys have a good one too.
Man.
This one? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, let me just wrap this up real quick and then we'll stop. All right, so tune in next time to the music podcast series. Chuckie and I are gonna try and make some dreams come true and record a demo for our brother 9 who just walked in off the street. So until then, keep those mixtapes tight, man. See you later.